Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nikki Kirk and this is one of the most crowded areas I've ever done a video, so this will be interesting. I'm currently out in Utah at Lone Rock Beach, which is beautiful. As you can see the Lone Rock back there. This is one of my favorite places and we're doing like this whole tour of all the places we've been to before we had solar that we wanted to go with solar. So right now we're back with our solar, and if you know anything about RVing and solar, we can literally run our RV like we're on 50 amp, which is awesome. That means we can run both ACs. I can run the microwave at the same time if I wanted to. Basically full powered RV. And it used to be we had a loud generator which ran 30 amp, which was either the microwave or the AC. So anyways, all that to say that I love our solar and it's been so much fun going back to places with solar. So all of this video is brought to you by Solar Power. Anyways, today's video is all about the community and their successes. So today I'm going to share a bunch of successes from the last couple of weeks from my community. So we've got the Bolo group, the Ungating groups, and the new beginner FBA selling course group. So I'm going to share different snippets. Either they were successfully ungated or just their success overall as new sellers starting on Amazon, because it's really great to hear from me, but it's so much better to hear from other people who are just like us doing it. They are like you, watching the videos and then starting it, and this is the success that they have had. I'm going to share some of the frequently asked questions about my different courses and groups at the end of the video. And I'll tell you right now that I am not a salesperson, so I get emails every day asking me different things, basically wanting me to convince you to buy my stuff, and that is not me. I'm never going to try and sell you on anything. Either you want it or you don't. If you want the help, it's there for you. If you don't, pass on. Like, I have all these videos with free content for you as well. So all I'm doing is just trying to help new sellers with different things that you guys have asked for or wanted my help in. And so I've just created the guides to help pass this successful Amazon selling business on, because it can really be life-changing. And so I just want to share it with anyone that I can. All right, so let's jump into some of the success stories from members. These are all over the last 8 weeks or so, from April to May. So here we go. So Stephanie said, thank you so much for these forums, your guides, and being a great mentor. I just got approved for Nike, Under Armour, Puma, Adidas on the first try using your latest guide. I went sourcing today and it made such a difference. Looking forward to increases and more diversified sales. Nikita says, happy Friday. She got ungated in Nike. James shares, today I hit my 10K goal in sales. I wasn't expecting it to be so soon, but here it is. Now let's get to 15K. And then of course, everyone in the community is always so encouraging. So they're just encouraging each other to keep selling, keep pushing, keep at it. Joaquin shares, I hit a personal milestone today of $1,000 of sales. My 1 month of selling is today, and I'm doing this very casually on the side of my full-time job. I'm very excited to amp this up and roll my profits back into more inventory, as you should, as I'm always explaining to everyone that they should do when starting. Now we have some Canada ungating successes. Samaria says, thank you, Nikki. I got ungated in toys today with the supplier mentioned in the guides, and it's worth it. It took literally 15 minutes from taking pics, uploading, applying, and approval. I bought 2 of 10 toys. I got ungated in brands Hasbro, Fisher-Price, Barbie, Hot Wheels, Thomas & Friends, Trolls, Play-Doh, Beyblades, Elmo, Imaginext, just to name a few. So I do have Canada guides. They are specific to Canada sellers. So if you're in the US, you should be buying the US guides. If you're in Canada, buy the Canada guides. They are topical and toys. And there's also a Canada Bolo group, which is really small at the moment because Canada, unfortunately, you guys are still on lockdown. So it's a small group, but if you want support and to be a part of the community, it's there for you. Caitlin shares that she got ungated in topical today, and she got ungated in grocery, which took a couple emails, but finally got approved. Again, that's a Canada guide. Another Canada approval. Amy says, I wanted to say a big thank you to Nikki after purchasing the guides, which were super affordable. I was able to get ungated in toys, Mattel, and Disney, all with the one purchase, and I spent under $100. And they make a small profit, which is always great. As always, when you're getting ungated, you are probably not going to make a profit. If you can break even, that's awesome, but in general, you might not make a profit. It's all an expense for your business, so it's tax write-off, and it's just a part of doing business, but it's worth it so that you can go buy these brands at retail and make a profit there. Kay is sharing her success. She says, it's not much, but it's awesome start, and it really has made me so excited to keep scanning and keep checking. My items haven't even hit the warehouse yet, and I'm feeling blessed. Thank you, Nikki, for the groups. Chris says, okay, today was my best day yet. Not much, but comparison to what I've seen on this pages, but it's somewhere to start. It's very hard to juggle this and full-time job plus making time for my family, but I do enjoy it and I would love to one day do this, to leave my full-time job, do this instead to maintain my lifestyle. And then she says, I guess I'm just here wishing this into existence, which is absolutely 100%. You have to believe in yourself and just keep pushing. Those who make it on Amazon are those who keep going. If you give up, obviously you're not going to make it. It does get hard, so just keep going. And I love that she's not comparing yourself to what other people in the group. Everyone is at different levels, as you'll see throughout these screen shares, but you have to just do what you can. You'll make it, and if you have a small capital or you're doing this part-time or like a third job, obviously it's going to be a little more harder and take longer than someone who's just focusing on this, but don't compare yourself, just use it as motivation. Molly is sharing her ungating. This one is for topical. This was my first attempt and my very first try at ungating, and she got ungated right away. Okay, so Sheena shared this post, and it's a long one, but I'm going to pull out some highlights, and I'll of course share the whole thing with you right here. But she said, I just had to share my mind-blowing sales days. I'm only 2 months into my Amazon journey, and honestly, I'm just sitting here in astonishment. I had to jump here and write about it to say thank you to the group and to Nikki. Without everyone in the Facebook groups and everything Nikki does for us all, I don't think I would be nearly to the level that I am now in such a short period of time. So as of today, I had a record sales day, and a little backstory. I work full-time corporate job, and I've been also held down a night job that I worked for 6 days a week, 5 hours a night for 3 years. Every day I grind and grind, working 20 hours a day just to try and get ahead in life. In March 2021, it really hit me that this isn't working. Probably like a lot of people in 2020, I knew I had to change something or else I'm going to work myself into an early grave. She says she opened her seller account in mid-March, and one of the first things she did was sign up for the Bolo group, purchased the guides, and sent in the first shipment late March. Didn't really make my first sale until April 10th. During the time, of course, tons of mistakes, we've all been there, but she learned from them all and learned some more. I love that this community is where we help each other build each other up instead of tearing each other down, which is 100%. If you watch my videos, how I am, and I don't tolerate any negativity in the group, which thankfully there's not any, and if there ever does come up pop, I just remove the people. So she says, I remember reading a month ago how some of you had 10K sales months or $500 sales a day, and I just thought I'd never get to that, but wow, it does happen. So she's just encouraging you, if you're on the fence, to just do it. One last piece of advice that I want to pull out from this is, she says, I wish I could go back to my old self 3 years ago working those 2 jobs and yell, there is a better way. And then she's sharing her record day there for you. But there is a better way. You don't have to keep grinding and grinding and grinding. It's something you don't like to do. You might have to do it while you build your Amazon sales business up, but eventually you can get rid of that, which is what I did. It's what a lot of members of the community are striving for and doing, so it is possible. Alicia's sharing that she got approved in Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, and she's already been shopping and got some stuff. Deborah's sharing she got and getting an OTC same day as submission, still waiting on some other categories. Arthur's sharing his ungating, so he got ungated in Under Armour, in Nike, and in Jordan. Dawn shares she got ungated in Barbie, Mattel, Hasbro, Fisher-Price, Nerf, and Hot Wheels with the toy guide. Cisco is sharing what was possible for his 2.5 months of selling. So as you can see here, almost 40,000, which at this point is probably 40,000. So congratulations. Angel is sharing that he got ungated in Lego with the toy guide from the tips from the group. So each guide has their own group, except for the premium guide. It does not have a group. I may make one down the road on the Mighty Network app, but right now it doesn't have one. So if you buy the topical and grocery guide, you get into that group, and if you buy the toy guide, you get into that group. The reason there's 2 different groups is they are separate suppliers. That's really the only reason. Those communities are a tremendous bonus, and I think I speak for some of the members when I say that they might even be worth the price of the guide right there, just everyone learning and encouraging in the group, and the hot tips that you sometimes get. Lisa's just sharing how much she appreciates the Bolo group, and she's been doing RA only a month or so, and this group has really been helpful and enjoyable. Lauren is sharing that I wouldn't have hit 10K in sales today if it wasn't for discovering my YouTube channel 3 months ago. That always makes me so excited. It's really hard. You might know when I read these, I usually leave out the thank you Nickies and all that because I don't know, it's hard for me, but I really am just trying to encourage you guys and show you what's possible out there. It's really you guys who are doing it. I'm just there cheerleading and encouraging you on the way and helping where I can. So Michael's sharing what an incredible way to start the week. I just got an email that I'm approved to sell Nike and Under Armour. Thank you, Nikki, for your effort. Jack is sharing that he got his first $10,000 month. Congratulations, Jack. Brett sharing in the toy group. Another huge shout out to Nikki for the guides. Ungated and Melissa and Doug, Thomas and Friends, Fisher Price, Hasbro, Marvel, Transformers on the first try. Requests for Funko, Disney, Lego, Hot Wheels, and Star Wars is still pending. A shout out for the beginner FBA course. This one is from Jessica. Took this course and it had everything I needed. I still go back to it when I have questions. Amazing course, and it made me confident enough to start this journey, which is what the beginner FBA course is all about. It is to step-by-step guide you through the whole process, and I'm there in the Mighty Networks app where it's housed, answering questions all day, every day. So definitely, if you need help from me, this is the closest thing to one-on-one teaching I will ever offer, so go ahead and grab it. All the links for all these things are below. Avril sharing, I joined this group in March. This is the Bolo group now. I had one sale that month. After seeing others succeed, I was determined. My goal was to make 2,000s for my month of April, and I reached my goal plus a little more. I've been grinding hard, staying focused. This group has been a lifesaver. Thank you all. Here's to $3,000 in May. So Avril, if you're watching, you'll have to let us know how your May's been going. Okay, so that is some of the successes from members of the community. Now let me get into the FAQ of the guides, groups, or courses. So I have 3 different guides, and the reason I have 3 different guides is because they are separate suppliers. So I have the premium guide, which is the brand new one, which is Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, Crocs, Jordan, Puma, all of those brands, those premium brands where you see and you're probably scanning and you're gated in. So this guide helps you get ungated in that. You don't need a resale certificate, and you can be a brand new seller. You don't have to have ever sold a single thing, and you can get ungated in them. I also have the grocery topical guide. Same thing. You do not need to have a resale certificate or a business license, and you can get ungated. You can do it having never sold anything. You can do it right from the start. As with all of this stuff, you should only do it when you're ready for it or when you need it. You can wait. They'll always be here for you. So if you're tight on funds, start with one and then work your way through as you build your business up. And then the third guide is the toy guide, which is literally just toys. It's toys and all the big brands. So we're talking Star Wars, Marvel, Funko, Disney, Mattel, all of that. That's in the toy guide, as well as the toy category. And for that guide, you do need a resale or business license, so a sales tax certificate. You can get it from your state's Department of Revenue, but you do need that for the toy guide and the toy guide only. Now, one of the questions I'm asked is, do I guarantee the ungating? And I cannot, because I am not Amazon. Amazon is who is approving your account to be able to sell in these things. I can tell you it works. To my knowledge, I've not had anyone not get ungated. Maybe in certain things have taken longer. But everyone eventually is ungated, and sometimes you just have to come back to it. Like for me, Star Wars took literally months and I almost gave up, but I had the invoice and I was going to keep submitting it until it expired, basically, and I finally did get ungated. So sometimes it's harder than others, but it does work. But I can't say I guarantee it because I'm not Amazon. I don't have any power over it. I tell you how to do it. I tell you the suppliers to use and how it works, how to do it. But as far as actually submitting and getting approval, that comes from Amazon. I think this question was more for the Nike Adidas guide, but it was, is this guide the actual brands, or is it just how to set up your account so that you can get auto approved? You guys, I am not sneaky or anything like that. I am never gonna try and be like, buy this and then it's really something else. It is what it says it is. So this is telling you how to get ungated for these brands and categories. It's not how to set up your account to get auto approved. That would be wrong. If you want to know how to set up an account and get selling and how to sell on Amazon, that's what the beginner FBA course is, but these guides are literally step-by-step how to get ungated, including the suppliers, everything you need to do, everything you need to check, triple check, 4 times check. It's all in there so that you can be successful from the start and not make any mistakes. I tell you the mistakes that are made and how to avoid them. Another thing is often confusion over what is what. So the Bolo group is a lead group. It's so much more than a lead group, but what it is active members sharing something they are sourcing in stores within the last 30 days so that you can also be on the lookout for it. Bolo, be on the lookout. It is not the ungating group. So if you buy an ungating guide, you're not going to get in the Bolo group. It's separate. The Bolo group is a monthly subscription, and the ungating guide is a one-time purchase and you get the group with it. So each guide, like I said, has its own group, but they are not crossover, and the beginner FBA selling course is totally separate from that as well. So I got a lot going on, but it's each different group. What guide should you start with as a new seller? I always suggest, and what I would do, going back and doing it all over, is topical and grocery first. I would do that hands down 100% every time because you just find the most profitable items out at retail in those categories. You also can just start any of them. You don't need to have ever sold anything before, but with grocery and topical, it's the most affordable, you spend the least, and you can just get started without any kind of business license or anything like that. Another question I'm often asked is, it says when you're going to get approved, like, do you need a letter or an invoice? And people sometimes confuse that. It's an either or. You could have a letter or an invoice. My guides are showing you how to get the invoice. And then of course, does it work for Canada? I have specific Canada guides and groups, so make sure if you're in Canada that you get the Canada guides. And yes, they do work for Canada. So that is all I really got for you guys. I hope this video was encouraging you or helped you know more about the ungating guides. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you back here, probably somewhere more quiet, for another Amazon selling video.